Hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're all having an amazing week. Currently it is Friday, the trading week is coming into an end for the traditional market at least, but we are going to be covering firstly Bitcoin. So let's get right to the charts. As you can see right here on the 8 hourly, the 12 hourly time frame, Bitcoin is still trying to push higher since our RSI momentum is being oversold right here. As you can see to the downside, we are still below this support into resistance flip. As you can see, this level right here was acting as resistance before, basically back in December last year, basically last month. And after that we got this level flipped into support, and right now we are back again below it, which is right now acting as resistance once again. And that was that. If we look at Ethereum basically, as you can see, remaining at the value area low. You can see it has been tested multiple times. We are currently trading below the yearly and the monthly open. If we lose this level, it is possible, basically you can see these lows are holding. If we start dropping below it, then we are going to be potentially seeing a sweep to one of these three lows right here. The first one is sitting at around basically 2800, second one is 2700, and the last one is basically sitting in the low 2600 zone. So that could be quite the ride to the downside. Basically a 10% move, which for Ethereum is not that big. But if we do get a 10% move on Bitcoin, you can see this 10% move could send us down all the way towards the low 80s, which is basically our next key level. Of course, we first have two other lows that can potentially act as support. You can see down at 83-84k, right here at around 84.5k could be the next level of support for Bitcoin. And same thing, until we lose this yearly open level, we are not going lower. For now it is holding pretty well. The stock market, you can see the Nasdaq right here did reject once again from the weekly pivot. On the monthly time frame we did get above the monthly pivot, but we are still far away from the R1. You can see the monthly R1, and the S&P 500 is also below the weekly pivot. I don't think, did we fill that gap quite? I'm not so sure if we filled that gap right here. Basically almost. If this right here small bit counts, then the gap is not filled completely. Let's just look at it on the CME chart. The CME chart, same thing guys. I don't think this gap has been filled yet. Or maybe is it? On the hard time frame it does look like it got filled. If we count the week basically on the CME on the daily, then it got filled, and potentially the stock market can continue this downtrend before we get a potential reversal. Like as you can see right here, we did trend it down and then we got that reversal and then we started trending up. So it is very possible that the stock market is reversing the trend right now. So if we continue to trade like this, then this could of course be very bad for Bitcoin, even though as I said we are holding right now above the yearly open level. But how long is that gonna last? Nobody can tell you. But for now we are keeping well above it. The RSIs are looking quite nice for a potential bounce, at least towards the weekly open and the Monday high, which have not been hit yet. Altcoins are struggling a bit. let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, that's why Bitcoin dominance is trying to break out, as you can see right here. So if it does break out, then the altcoins could get a bit ugly if we get that pump towards like 61 or maybe even towards this high right here, around 60%. It could happen, and then the altcoins could get absolutely smashed. But other than that, for right now, everything is looking okay, as I said, for a potential bounce. If you look at the open interest, we still have that low volume. As you can see, we are basically only getting volume during the New York Open, and you can see before that we don't have that much volume, so we are waiting for the New York Open to come before we can consider a direction. But as you can see, it has been quite choppy and just basically downwards trending, so nothing new here. Open interest coming a little bit into the market. Liquidity, we still have liquidity all the way up towards 90k, basically 90.8k. It could get taken out today or maybe even tomorrow. Fear and greed index still remaining in that fear zone after we were in that neutral, where we pumped all the way up towards 97, basically almost 98k. We got a lot of sentiment change. We got very fast back into that neutral zone, but right now we are back in the fear once again. Let's see if we do have, yeah, we did also have a outflow yesterday from the spot ETFs for Bitcoin. Basically, we did not see quite that big of a sell-off, but still BlackRock and Fidelity, they did sell like 32 millions of their spot ETFs. Long versus shorts ratio, let's see for the day, we do have still more sellers, but as you know, they could get squeezed today. Since it is Friday, we might see a move towards the upside, since it has happened before on Friday. Pumps do occur quite often. You can see funding rates still remaining positive on the major exchanges, and we do have actually PMI today, so we do have some news that will come just after 15 minutes after market open, so we're gonna be seeing quite a bit of volatility. We also do have inflation data coming out 1 hour after the market open, so we are potentially going to be getting, as I said, quite a bit of volatility coming to the market. Maybe we get back above, or this could be the rejection and we could be heading down for the lows right here. But I think this covers it for today, guys. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.